So, wanted to go over a little bit about the players to watch for. What, TJ, we'll start with you. What are the keys to victory for the Michigan Wolverines against Alabama?
Well, the keys are going to be allowing Davis Warren to have time to actually complete passes against Alabama's defense. Also, the other key to victory is you have got to get pressure and make Jalen Milroe uncomfortable. That's the only way, because if you don't make Jalen Milroe uncomfortable, it's going to be a long-ass day for Michigan. Now, the good news is we were able to achieve that against Ohio State, so we are a bit battle-tested. We've gone against top teams, top offenses, so I do think, but this is why this gets frustrating, though. We don't have the horses. Like I said, our top defensive tackles are not playing. Our top edge player is not playing. Our top corner, he didn't play against Ohio State, but also not playing. So Michigan's got to figure out a way to generate pressure, but also stay responsible in their gap assignments. Do not over pursue, because and coach, this. Like if somebody takes they over pursue the quarterback, Jalen Milroe is going to burn them. Like you've got to stay in your lanes. Do not overcommit. So Michigan's got to play responsible football, make Jalen Milroe uncomfortable, and protect Davis Warren. I would also say, I'll give a fourth point. We have got to establish a run game. We establish a run game. That always helps us. That's how we play football. If they can do those four things, then we can at least have a ball game.
John, your takes.
Yeah. Maybe you guys could get back on a one-game retainer, McLaughlin, the center from last year, and then I think Michigan would have a pretty solid shot. But no, I think a couple things. I mean, Jesse Minter laid the blueprint last year for how to beat Milroe, right? Number one, make sure you have some containment on him. Make sure you have a spy. Make sure that the receivers are well bracketed, because remember, Milroe actually last year had a deep ball threat that Minter wanted to take away, right, as much as possible. But at the end of the day, like they had to take away one thing. It was either going to be Milroe's running ability or Milroe's deep ball threat. And they tried to take away, the deep ball threat they had to neutralize, because at least the running ability, you could contain it with players like Kenneth Grant and those types. Now this year, Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant, they ain't playing probably. So you're going to see some backups, but I do think that the way to contain Alabama will be put a spy on Milroe, and then line play, making sure to get Jordan Marshall the opportunities to get out and break out in the A gaps. And, that Michigan runs a lot of inside zone. So how do you have the ability to get that separation for Jordan Marshall, Micah Kaapana, Ben Hall, whoever they wind up putting out there in the run game? I think that those are some of the things. And then Davis Warren needs to limit mistakes. I think it's got to be a run-heavy game. Look at Ohio State. Davis Warren had 62 pass yards, right? Let's just, he needs to be the game manager, orchestrate, conductor of the orchestra. Jordan Marshall, let's have him and Micah Kaapana have a marquee game, and then Michigan has a shot.
Oh, Micah Kaapana, the guy that was on Michigan at the Voice College Football over the summer.
Friend of the program, absolutely.
Oh, friend of the Voice College Football Network. Shout out to our buddy Micah. All right, Johnny, it's your turn.
For me, if I were Michigan, I'd use the same model they used last year. And then secondly, Alabama. Which Alabama team's going to show up? Are they even going to be motivated? Hungry. I mean, what's the dynamic here? Pride. I mean, how Coach DeBoer's. I mean, both coaches. Be honest with you, how are you going to motivate these guys? Get your little whatever up out there and let's go play. Whatever, that kind of stuff. And so, just the motivation and. Alabama's been kind of just all over the place with personality. We've never really, are they a running team? Are they a throwing team? Or whatever. We have no idea. And then defensively, I mean, the miracle of the 3-3-5, never understood that. I mean, if I were Michigan, if the Alabama lines up in any team, you line up a 3-3-5, run the ball. So I think it's going to be interesting. I understand Michigan, the problem with the portal and everybody opting in, opting out, all that kind of crap. And Alabama motivation and personality. I mean, Alabama, I just, for the life of me, I still have no idea. Is this, is it, oh, this is a great offensive team. And Alabama, oh, this is a great defensive team. We have nothing. Where are we, Jack? I mean, we're great offensively, great defensively. I mean, it's just like
we're up and down like a stock.
You never know. I mean, hell, who's going to show up? The motivation. Yeah.
Well, one play that's really big.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I mean, Alabama went, Vanderbilt laid an egg, went to Oklahoma, laid an egg. Hell, they may go down Tampa, lay an egg. I don't know.
Well, anybody that's new to the program, does anybody know what play was common that was used in our losses to Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, and Tennessee, and almost lost South Carolina? The shuffle pass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love that. More and more teams. I'm going to tell you, I'm seeing a little bit more and more of the old option game, not the RPO, run pass option, but I'm seeing a little bit more read and pitch and that kind of stuff, and that's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing to see, the option kind of creeping back in there. But back when it first started, it was Utah pass, and everybody called it a Utah pass. Now, the little shuffle pass, that kind of stuff. But yeah, the option, and I think that's an added dynamic. I'd like to see a lot more, a lot more of that back in the game.
Yeah, but yeah, the shuffle pass will be key to beating Alabama. But we have to do more of what we did against LSU and what we did against Georgia. If we do what we did against those guys, we'll be more than good to go. We can't have a game like we had against South Carolina or what we had against Vanderbilt or Oklahoma. No, we can't have a game like we had against Tennessee.
Which Alabama team's going to show up? Hell, I don't know. Freaking, who's showing up?
Well, that's the question on everybody's mind. Which
I'll tell you what'll make them show up. I'll tell you what'll make them show up. Dangle little dollars out there, and that'll make them show up. Everything's going to money. Put a few dollars out there now. I bet they'll show up in.
Yeah, I do think Michigan's going to come to play. I do think they will. I just don't know if they're going to be able to. I don't know if the talent gap's going to be enough to overcome, but we'll find out.